Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my noontime reflection on this Wednesday. Thank you for joining me from wherever you may be. Today I'm in, well, where do you think I might be? In this beautiful place, on this beautiful day. I'm actually in Stormont Domain, the home of Parliament Buildings in Belfast. And it's an absolutely beautiful place on this beautiful day, and if I come around here, you'll see the Parliament Buildings itself. Been there a long time. That opened in 1932. But I grew up about half a mile from here, and I remember whenever I was 9 or 10 years old, I would get on my bike and I would come up this hill, if you can see in front of you, down at that gate at the far end, and I would cycle all the way up this hill. And it may not look too steep to you at the moment, but let me tell you, it's quite a ride coming up there on your bike. But you see, when you got to the top and you went freewheeling down that hill, wow, it was exhilarating. And I tried to reach the bottom, right to the gate, but I couldn't do that because the flat bit at the bottom is really quite long. But it was a wonderful experience. One of the other great memories of this place is whenever our children were small, well actually whenever Thomas, our son, who's now 30, was a little boy, we came here one Christmas. It was one particular winter which was fantastic because of the snow. This whole place, everywhere indeed, of Belfast was covered in thick, thick snow. And we brought up a piece of his slide, the bottom end of his slide, because we didn't have a proper toboggan or a sleigh. And we used that piece of plastic, and he would fly down these hills, fly down these slopes, and it was, oh wow, it was such a lot of fun. A lot of laughter around here, a lot of people. So it's just a great memory. But this place is, of course, is the home of the government here in Northern Ireland. The government is devolved, of course, it gets its power, devolved power from Westminster, like the Welsh Assembly and the Scottish government as well. And this is where it meets, and as you know, you probably know, it's been going through some rough times recently, and we just hope and pray that very soon those more difficult, trying times that politics can bring will be resolved and good times can lie ahead. But what happens in this building is very important. Important decisions are made, decisions to do with education and health, just our children or their future. So what happens here is very, very important. It was built, as I said, in 1932. It's got a Greek classical design, and at least it was opened in 1932. But it's been the seat of power for all those years. In the Bible, it talks about praying for our politicians. And that is because so many important decisions are made here that people need wisdom. And the Bible encourages us to pray for our politicians, for our governments, because it's not an easy job. It's a very onerous job. It's full of flack. A lot of demands put on you, a lot of expectation from you. I'm sure they get many things right and some things wrong, but no doubt they do their best. But we're only human after all. And that is why prayer is needed so much for our government, because they make decisions for so many people. But in this beautiful place, I used to come. Yeah, so I used to come here when I was young. And I came here when I was a bit older as well, of course. A beautiful place to be. So government is important. There is a word in the New Testament that's used a lot, and most of the time it's described as the word church. The word is ecclesia, and ecclesia means assembly. In ancient Greece, there were ecclesias, which were people's bodies to represent the people. It was an important body. It was an official, a governmental body. In the like of Athens in Greece, the ecclesia was made up of 6,000 people. You could be a member of the ecclesia if you were a male and you were a Greek citizen. But they made really important decisions like going to war or war strategy. They appointed important officials. They took a lot of important decisions. So it was a really important body, a powerful body. And it was important that it acted wisely. So when you think of the word ecclesia in the New Testament and today, think of the role of the church. When you think of church, what do you think of? Do you think of a place to go on a Sunday? Do you think of a place to meet your friends? Do you think of a particular denomination? All of those things are okay. But actually, ecclesia is a representative body, representing God on this planet. That is the role of the church, of the ecclesia. It's a very important role. When Adam, the first human being, was made back in Genesis, he was given authority on this earth. It was devolved from God, just like the Parliament here is devolved from Westminster. But Adam's power, his authority, was devolved. It was given to him by God. And he was God's representative on this planet to take care of it, to make wise choices and wise decisions. And the church is exactly the same. The church is a powerful body. It has authority, that is being devolved by God. He has given us a role to play. We are here to represent Him to the world, and we're here and also to represent the people to God. It's a very important role, ecclesia. Not just about going to church on Sunday. It's about being a people who are called by Him, who trust Him, who commit their lives to Him, who have faith in Him. That is the ecclesia. So as you think of church, and if you are a follower of Jesus, that is your role. You are a member of the ecclesia. You have a role here on this planet, a kind of heavenly governmental role, which is the most important role of all. Yes, you. That is your role. It requires a lot of prayer, a lot of humility, because we're here to represent God in all His truth and grace, to show the world that there's a God, that He's alive, that He's active, and that He loves them, that He wants the very best for them. The church is the ecclesia, God's representative, God's official governmental body on this planet. And if you love Jesus, that includes you. So pray for the church. Pray for your role in the ecclesia. Pray for the church worldwide. The church is constantly under attack, from within, from without. So we need God. The wonderful thing is that we're not expected to do it on our own. He has given us His Holy Spirit. Wow, the very power of God Himself. So, as you think about church, as you think about going to church, remember you are church. You're a member of the ecclesia. You are representing God on this planet. There is no greater ambassadorial role, and it's yours. So thank you for joining me today. I'm going to head back to Greystones, and it's been lovely to be here and show you this lovely building, reminisce a little bit, and think about God and His role and His church in this world. So anyway, hope you have a lovely day. I hope the sun is shining wherever you may be. And until I see you again, be blessed.